Hey folks, join Kiki and I for some upper body and neck stretches. I just did a short kettlebell workout. It's always a good idea to warm up, take a walk, do something that kind of warms the body up so that your muscles are a little bit more pliable during this process. Find a nice place to sit and take some deep breaths to become one with your body. We'll start by tipping the head to the right side, right ear to right shoulder, taking those right fingertips and anchoring the head towards the right side. Let's walk the left fingertips out and away from the body as you breathe. And then walking the fingertips back into space on your mat or the floor and breathe. And then walking the fingertips back to neutral, releasing the head. Let's do some shoulder rolls backwards. We'll be doing the same thing on the other side, so tipping the head to the left side, taking the left fingertips and anchoring the head down towards the left, walking those right fingertips out away from the body, and let's breathe. Walking those fingertips back into space a touch. This helps stretch the front of the pectoral muscles, the deltoids. These areas also play a big part in tension in the shoulders. And then walking those fingertips back to neutral, let's release the head and let's do some shoulder rolls both backwards and forwards. I'm going to sit sideways so you can see what I'm doing, but you can stay put. We're going to press the chin out, giving yourself kind of an underbite and stretching the scalenes muscle. It's a sheath of muscles that go in the front of the neck here, keeping that underbite, looking up towards the sky and breathing. The scalenes are also a big part of the tension in the upper body and neck area. So again, we're going to press gentle with the teeth, your chin forward, and then take a look up towards the sky. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And once you're through with that, let's shake the head gently no. And then, yeah, I'm awesome. Today's going to be great. Taking a look down towards your belly button, let's anchor the head by grabbing the back of the bottom of the head and looking down towards the navel. A couple of breaths here and then release. I'm going to turn to face you once again. We're going to look over to your right side and down towards your pocket. Taking your right hand, let's grab the back of the occiput, that's the bony structure on the lower part of your cranium, and look down towards your pocket. This helps stretch the levator scapula muscle. These are also big players in neck tension. We're going to do the same on the left side, so take your gaze over to the left. Thank you, Kiki, for doing this in the video. She is really showing up for me today, anchoring that left gaze down towards the pocket. And enjoy the stretch. Beautiful. Let's release that. We'll take the left hand, cross it over, place it on the right knee, rainbow the right arm up and over the head, and come into a spinal twist, placing the hand behind you on the ground. If your furry companion comes by to give you kisses, give her a little pet and say thanks. Crossing the right arm over, placing it on the left knee, and rainbowing the left arm up and over, placing it behind you on the mat. Let's do a spinal twist, looking over the left shoulder. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. And then releasing that, pushing the arms out, pointing the fingertips down, and let's do some rotations there of the shoulders. Then we'll turn the palms upwards towards the sky and flip the fingertips down and then back up again and back down. These are nerve glides. Showing me the palm of your hand, still fingertips pointed downwards. Let's grab those fingertips and pull them towards you. This will help with your cell phone and computer hands. And again on the left side, I am a hyper-flexible, hyper-mobile person, so please do not judge your mobility based on mine. What you can do with your wrists and hands and shoulders is good for me. This here is a little shaking of the wrists and hands. This helps kind of loosen some things up from texting, being on the computer, sitting in one spot and just using the hands all the time. My drummer boyfriend does these all the time to release the hands and the wrists. Here we'll be doing a little stretch here for the shoulder area. It's nice to use a towel or a band or a belt to help facilitate this pose. This is the cow face pose. Grabbing your towel, your belt, whatever, so that you can create a stretch both in the left front of the shoulder as well as the right. And then we'll switch out here. So bringing the arms out into a T and then back up together above the head. And let's bring them down, bending the elbows into cactus arms. And we'll switch those arms. So left arm up and over, right arm back and around. Here I am clasping, but I'll demonstrate once again the helpfulness of a belt or tools, any kind of props that we can use in stretches is good for me. Holding on to this, and you can tug in either way, up or down, to kind of help facilitate the stretch a little bit more. Play with the pose a little bit to see what feels good. This side's a little tighter for me, so it's harder for me to grab my fingertips. So this is just the world of practice. And we'll release that as well. Shake it on out. Bring the palms up above the head. Take a nice deep breath. And then bending the elbows into cactus arms or goalpost arms. Turning the head left to right. Let's wiggle the fingers. And then palms back up again. Hands down behind you on the mat or floor. Again, just stretching the pecs and the front of the shoulders. If it's comfortable for your neck, take a look up. If it's not, if the stretch is enough and good enough for you with the hands behind your body, that's fine by me. Kiki's always with me when I'm doing all of my stuff, so I always have to thank her for sticking around. Sometimes it's kind of boring here. And we'll end things with a nice forward fold, bringing the arms up over the head, nice deep breath, and bring your heart towards your ankles. Bend the knees if it feels better. We're not here to stretch out and overextend the lower back. A forward fold is supposed to stretch the hamstrings. So if that feels like that's not happening, bend your knees, give your body a little bit of space, and bend forward in between your legs, giving your hamstrings a little bit more love in this pose. And sometimes our companion animals are in the way and we have to work around them. That's why this gorilla mat is super helpful. It's like 2 yoga mats set in one. And we'll bend the left leg, extending the right leg out for a single leg fold. Taking a deep breath before we fold and bringing the heart towards that right knee. I always like to back off the stretch and come back into it once again. So try that. And I'm gripping the outside of my right leg. You can use a strap or a towel. Grabbing your ankle or your lower leg is perfectly fine as well. We're switching sides here now, so bending the right knee and bringing that into the left thigh and extending the left leg out. Inhaling up over the head and extending over that left leg, bringing the heart towards the left foot. Don't forget to breathe. And soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. This is about as far as I can go most of the time with cobbler's pose. And that's why yoga is a practice. It's not really my intention to get my heart all the way down to the mat, but I would like a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more passivity in my hip area. Bringing the knees together. And I want you guys to have a great day. Thanks so much for joining us.